I won't be much when you get through with me. Well,
That's why I don't do that stuff. Welcome back in, everybody. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy, brought to you by McPhee's Grill of Templeton, hometown cooking through and through. Check out McPhee's Grill in Templeton, California. McPhee'sGrill.com, 805-434-3204. We give away $25 gift cards every show, and we also give them away during our fantasy golf segment, which is now on PGAtour.com. Go to fantasy and join our group. We give away sleeves of golf balls courtesy of McGowie Health Group, located in Atascadero, California, 805-461-8822.
I was just thinking during the break, we were talking about how great it was to have Dr. Joe Parent on. And, you know, it is easy for us to say as teachers to say, hey, you play one shot at a time, think positive, don't get the negative thoughts out of your head. But those words come so easy, but the individual, it's not that easy to do. So this book, Zen Golf, has those steps. I mean, he could have gone on for a long time and had those steps. So I think it's important to read this book, and I've got a few students in mind that would love this because I've been, they think of the negative things almost every time they hit a shot is what went wrong instead of whatever goes right. So do we have the
No, I was trying to signal
that we were on.
We have to pop it up live. That's the new thing.
Yeah. So
so there he goes. You ready?
Yeah. Let's do this. Welcome to Golf Talk Radio. Who's on the phone? Hello. Are you there?
There we go.
Hello.
Hey, this is Billy Gibbs with Golf Talk Radio. Who's calling?
This is John Lauer from Phoenix.
Hi, John Lauer.
Roving reporter, John. Thanks for dealing with it. We have new buttons to push and a new control panel over here, so we're trying to figure things out. But it's in good hands. Captain Kirk Brabenick over here is figuring things out. So I hope you didn't get cut off too many times. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you this morning?
I am great. Hey, thanks for taking the time. I know how busy that place is. I understand there's over 200,000 people there, and you can't get phones in there, so you must have snuck out somewhere to call us. Is that true?
I did.
Okay.
I'm out of the line of sight from everybody, so I'm in good shape. So, hey, by the way, real quick, congratulations on your new gig, guys. Appreciate the time today.
Well, hey, we're so glad that you can call. For people who don't know, John's a friend of mine. He's a fellow First Tee coach. He resides in Phoenix. He's the program director of the First Tee of Phoenix, and he's been involved with that tournament, the Waste Management Open, for many, many years. You bring a bunch of kiddos over there every year. So what's happening this year? I mean, before you say that, if you could describe the tournament in 4 words and 4 words only, how would you describe the Waste Management First Phoenix Open, man? 4 words. What is it over there?
Ridiculous and controlled chaos.
Nice. Controlled chaos, ridiculous. You got one more word if you want to throw it in there, man.
I love it.
Yeah, well, I'm short on words there, so
I would think
that should be enough. That should give you enough of a visual if you kind of get it. You guys see it on the TV.
Well,
so
yeah, I've never been there, so I would think the vibe or the energy has to be insane. I mean, because just seeing on TV, you can almost feel the buzz going into under the tunnel, coming out in 16. I bet it can't be anything to explain it unless being there. So you've been there a million times. What is it like when they come walking through the tunnel, man? What is it like?
Well, it's ridiculous because first off, you've got to get your head around that they're putting, almost 250,000 people around the golf course.
Wow.
So there's just that in itself, and then 16 is its own animal. Usually a 3-hour wait just to get in, if you even want to try to get in for general admission.
Crazy. And that's to sit anywhere in the stadium there. They have this little stadium built around it. So it's 3 hours. Because I saw a video, John, that sun was coming up. People were checking in, and they were running so they could get in line to get into that place. They were running. Seemed like, how far is that run from the front gates to the 16th hole?
It's about, I'm going to guess it's probably about a mile, maybe a mile and a half from the nearest point to get from the main gate to 16.
And they run and get there to get in line to wait 3 hours to get inside that stadium for the whole day. Must be a huge party, buddy. It just has to be incredible.
It is. They line up early in the morning. It's dark. They line up, and then as soon as the gates open, people, throwing tickets at the people that are taking them, and they're at a full sprint to get to 16. I
always wanted to ask you, John, you're in the business, and typically a tournament, there's not a lot of wild craziness going around. Sometimes you see it at the Ryder Cups or the President Cups, but usually the people are pretty mellow. There's not a lot of screaming. the almost exact opposite is commonplace there on 16. Do the players, they seem to enjoy it, at least the highlights we've seen, the players seem to enjoy it. What's the feeling amongst the players? Is it something they love, or is it something that they're not so happy with? I don't know if that's the right question, but I did my best. What do you think?
I think the fair way to answer that is the players that embrace the experience are having a good time, and those that don't, not so much. We actually, a couple of days ago, I guess Ricky and somebody else had kind of voiced their opinion on some of the fan interactions and stuff around 16. That's the first time that's happened. I know that Bubba had said a few things a couple of years ago. It's a lot of individual type of incidents, but I think the players that come here to play understand what they're getting into, and so most of them embrace it.
Well, I think it's cool. I think I saw a video. I think it was Ryan Palmer who's throwing golf balls with $10 bills wrapped around him into the audience.
That was so cool.
Did you see that?
That was awesome.
How cool is that? I mean,
I thought they were hundos. I didn't know they were 10.
There was a Hyundai? I thought I saw a 10.
Oh, man.
A Hyundai's nice. That doesn't.
We're going there next year,
That
Bill.
won't start a riot.
We're there next year, Bill.
So it's almost 17 at Sawgrass. They have it's a stadium and it's drama. But if they miss the pond, they're not usually booing at everybody and making fun of them. Or if they hit it in the water, I mean. There, if you don't quite hit a good shot, the people let you have it. How fun is that? I mean, how different is that?
It's really fun, and to even tell you how that is, it's not even just a good shot. You have to hit something within 10 feet to get them to cheer you, and anything else, kind of a murmur, and then if you miss the green or end up in the bunker, it's all over. You get booed off the stage.
I saw a thing that some of your kids from the first tee of Phoenix got to caddy. Is that the hole they caddy on?
We used to do 16 up until last year. It was decided that the exposure and the difficultness of getting parents around that hole, just a lot of different things going into it, that we decided to move over. They're now on hole number 4, and it's much more, and it's better for the kids. It's a better experience for the parents, and just being out there, the kids being able to caddy for these kids during the pro-am, it's just a life-changing experience. I mean, these kids, they look up to these guys on the TV all day long, and here they are standing next to them, and some of them who are big enough are carrying their bags down to the green. So it's a lot of fun. And
it is cool, and I brought that up because the environment around 16 might not be kid-friendly at times. I mean, right? There's people screaming.
It's not really family friendly either, really in general. But yeah.
So I do know that they used to, and they used to race too. I think the caddies used to race or something going on. People are fun, but it is such a wonderful thing what you do for the young people in Phoenix on the first tee. Because I saw all the pictures that you guys posted, and it's just a great event, John. I can't thank you enough for your time. I know it's busy out there. Are you expecting another 200,000 people out there today?
They are actually looking. The last year's record on Saturday was up over 200,000. We almost reached 200 yesterday. We were at 191. So I'm thinking maybe 230, 240,000 out there today.
Where are you parking these people?
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Well, there's a little airport nearby. I don't know how big that parking lot is, but where do you park them? What's
There's a lot of open desert north of the stadium, and every year they go out and kind of turn it into some parking lots and stuff. So yeah, it's a giant undertaking that the Thunderbirds do to run the tournament. And I speak of the Thunderbirds very kindly because they're the ones that make the first tee of Phoenix go. Last year they raised almost or just over $10 million for charity through this tournament, and we're direct beneficiaries of that. So we're very grateful.
Wow, that
to
is
them.
awesome.
Well, you're the man, and I bet you that hotel I stayed at a few weeks ago, which was about a 3-iron from that golf course, is pretty busy this time of day this year. What do you think, man?
I would gander to say you could not get a room there at this point.
I would think not. John, thank you for your time. Thanks for doing what you do. We appreciate the call in from Phoenix. May the rest of your day and week just be awesome, man. We appreciate it.
Mike and Billy, have a great day, and thank you for having me.
Anytime, John. Thank you.
See you, bud.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was cool, and he does so much for the Phoenix, and I was out there, as you know, a few weeks back, and we stayed at a hotel. You could see the stands and the building up of all the whole, they had those stands built up. This is January 5th. I was there. And it's already being built up, and this is a month away from the event, and it was, it's right across the street, the hotel I was at.
Did you know, and I could be wrong here, but I think I'm right, that when I went to the PGA annual meeting in Phoenix in 2008, the Waste Management Open used to be in November, I believe, because when I was there, that tournament was going on, and so was a NASCAR event. And so was Monday Night Football. And one of the reasons they moved it was because there was a combination of the NASCAR on the NASCAR season and the tournament and the Waste Management being what it is. It's a whole different golf tournament. And they just logistically, they couldn't pull it off. That's what I was told.
Well, it's the same week as the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
And a few years back, the Super Bowl was in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah. See, that's...
So they had the Super Bowl in Phoenix and this event going on in Phoenix. How crazy is that? Town must have been insane.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a beautiful town. I was in Scottsdale.
It is.
And I love it there, but the summer's a little hot, but I love it there. So anyways, that was great that he called. I think we needed to jump out of here for a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll have the music will be winding down here. But again, if you guys just joining us here, we Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network. We're back in the studio where we were 12 years ago. Actually, the building, I should say. And don't forget, you guys can tune us in on through Golf Talk Radio through our podcast. Visit iTunes and also check out the Health IQ, our new podcast partner, healthiq.com. Use code word Golf Talk, and that's at golftalkradio.com. Or you can go to healthiq.com straight up. On the other side, we should have Clubbing with Dave calling in, and that's Mr. Dave Shimano with Slick Sticks. He's your key to better golf. 805-598-9993.
1 minute till music.
So
this is fun, Mike, and I appreciate we're in our ears, Bakersfield, and it's just kind of nice to sit here. This seems really
I feel
really
like
professional here, man.
Air traffic control.
I know. Roger Vector 179er got you at 27,000 at 12.
Shift to 98R. 98R
Let's
shift.
go. We are 3 minutes, people. Pretty cool stuff, though. I'm really glad to be here. And
Me too.
And the nerves have gone away. It's funny because I'm not a nervous person, so I was a little bit because it's all new. This is just new.
You picked a good shirt. Black's a good color when you're nervous.
Yeah.
So they never see you sweat.
Because I had like 6 shirts lined up this morning, and which one is my best nervous shirt? and that's what.
Not the light gray.
That's why I was,
not the light gray, right? Or a blue.
Gray shows that it just doesn't show that you're confident enough. Right? It's just,
is that what gray is?
Yeah,
I have several
a gray area.
I have several gray shirts, and I feel very confident in those shirts. So you're saying I'm giving off bad signals?
You're giving that you can't really make a decision. I mean, it's like gray. It's all.
Man, I really
you need to have a pop. Man.
I got to think about this
either
at the
black
break.
or it's blue, baby. But you don't have a gray. When we come back, Dave Shimano with Slick Sticks. We're going to learn a little bit about Dave.
Yep. Golf Talk Radio with Mike and Billy on the Golf Talk Radio Network. You guys stay with us. We'll be right back.